Hey guys, Chris back here from CNH Small, and you got another quick video here for you. One of my clients, or I should say one of my subscribers on YouTube asked me to do a quick video detailing the newer generation machines and also the older generations machines of like the two-stroke design, or I mean two-stage design. So what I have in front of me here is the two machines we were working on here this past week, so I thought it'd be a good idea to do the video while I actually had the machines on me right now, because we get all different types and sizes over here. So I thought I'd, do two machines, or one's like a newer generation, the other one's like an older generation right there as well too, so you can see what the size differences and also the variants they have for the the drive systems and stuff like that on there, so you can have a some kind of informed decision if you're looking for a new machine, or if you want to buy some kind of used machine, and what the pros or cons may be for each different type out there they have on the market for the used and also the brand new equipment on the market right now in 2020 as well too. So the first one we have here is the older generation Sears Craftsman snowblower. This one's like this thing's probably like made in the late 90s, because that's the color schematic this one has on here right here for that. This one is a 5 horsepower 22-inch dual stage machine here with a 9-inch impeller right there for that. This is mainly meant for like small to slightly bigger driveways and walkways right here for that. These things typically retailed probably back in like the mid to late 90s for probably about $400 to $500 back then, inflated for price increase and stuff like that. And this guy, he brought it over here because he needed a new drive belt, the tires need to be fixed, and he also needed the fuel system totally cleaned out and rebuilt. However, the engine on here, which is a Tecumseh engine, we cleaned out the carb on here at least 4 times and it still will not work correctly, and we have to order a new one in from the manufacturer under for that. And unfortunately, the carbs are about $80 for a genuine OEM carb, and the customer authorized us to do that anyway. So this one has the older generation Tecumseh engine on here, so we can just show the back on here as well too. It also has the provisions for the electric start on here as well too, and this one has the 6 forward speeds on there for the transmission as well too. So you have your information tag right along here. You got 6 forward speeds, and you have your reverse right here as well too for that. And here's your tag in the back here as well too for the identification of the parts and all the pertinent information like that as well too, guys. So that's all the information you need for this one machine. Overall, generally these are pretty good machines out there for that. The only drawbacks are Tecumseh, they did go out of business, so finding parts for these machines is going to get difficult over time. And because of that fact, these genuine carb, this one, like I said, they can range in between $60 and $80 for a genuine OEM Tecumseh carb. And unfortunately, this one right here, it needed a new carb right here for it. I'm basically still waiting for a new carb to come in the post right now, so we can slap it on the guy's machine and give it back to him, because this machine was sitting in his guy's garage for probably about I don't know, 5 to 7 years and not being used, but it's still in relatively good shape. And these ones, you can probably find them on eBay or Craigslist for probably about anywhere between $150 to $200, depending on the overall condition, type, and size right here for that. Typically, the 5 horsepower engine is a extremely durable engine out there for that. If it's maintained, it's not abused or neglected or anything else like that. So the engine's good in most cases. The rest of the frame, subsection, everything else is relatively good in most cases out there for that. Always make sure your belts are in good working order. Always make sure your shear pins on the front of the auger are in good working order as well too, because I've seen guys, they'll put steel bolts in there and try to bypass the the actual copper or brass steer, the actual copper brass shear pins. That's a big no-no, but you want your shear pins to break if the auger is going to survive any kind of sucking up any kind of rocks or anything else like that. So always be mindful of that. And these are generally a good piece of equipment to buy if you're looking for a good used one that's in relatively good shape. So I do recommend purchasing one of these guys here if you want to buy a good used machine, the Sears 2-stage 5 horsepower machine such as I have right here for that. And next one we have right here is a bigger, called medium duty, medium sized machine that you can use for your longer driveway. This is more of like a beefy unit right here for that. If you want to, go out there and, do a lot of snow that's going to take maybe about a foot and a half of snow out there for that. That's why the whole front end is a lot bigger right here for it. It's more of like a medium duty as opposed to like a medium light duty over there for that one right there as well too. So this one's a step up or an upgrade from the gray Sears one over here. The biggest thing is this thing will be able to shoot the snow a lot farther, and it will be able to take up a lot more load on the machine as well too, because it has a bigger engine. You got a bigger impeller, you got a bigger auger assembly on her for that, so it's more of a medium duty machine. The only drawbacks is with these machines like this one is you have a Chinese engine on here for that, and most of the time the quality is not the same as the typical American, like a Briggs & Stratton or the tecumseh engine for that. So that's the biggest drawback they have with these types of machines. The only good thing we find over here is the carbs on these machines, which we have right here. This one need a new carb, new spark plug, oil change a couple times, and let me see what else need to be done. The carb, yeah, it was about 28, 32 bucks. It was around 30 bucks basically, the carb on this machine. So it was actually cheaper, the OEM carb versus the tecumseh carb right there for that. So from a standpoint where if you're going to be doing any kind of like a a quick fix or basic fix on this one, the carb was definitely cheaper on this one right here, simply because it's a new machine and it's a Chinese source machine right here for that. So this one is definitely good for doing any kind of long extended driveways like we have here. We got a driveway here that goes over there and over here as well too. So this would be a perfect snow blower for using on our driveway over here for that, because it's a lot bigger than the typical gray one we have right here as well too. So this is, like I said before, a light to medium duty. This is like a medium duty only right here for that. So this will definitely last longer because it's built, it's basically built better overall. The only drawback is you do have, like I said before, the Chinese Honda clone style engine on this one right here for that specifically. So that's everything I can try to give to you guys for trying to have some kind of comparison right here as well too. This one right here, they typically go for probably about, let me see, last time I checked, they're going for about let me see, about 600 bucks I think online, $600 to $700. So this one, the actual price will be more versus the used one right here for that. So you have a choice of making, either get a decent used one, or you can pony up the cash and get a a relatively brand new machine for about it's about 700 bucks, right, give or take, out the door with the actual tax included as well too. So that's your two comparisons between like a Chinese powered new generation of the Troy builds, also made by MTD, and also the older generation over here, which is a slightly smaller light duty machine made by Sears or one of their subcontractors as well too. So anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, feel free to drop me a message here, and we'll try to get back to you within 24 or 48 hours with some kind of basic answer to your question about these two generations of dual stage snowblower machines. I'll see you guys, and have a nice day.